Hello everybody, it's Marshall, back with another video. For this video, we're going to be taking a small break before the last Pokemon month video for at least this little bit of Pokemon videos. And we're just going to talk about everything that's just been going on. This is going to be another one of those quarantine check-ins. I had them a lot more a year ago. But now that we're a year in, I think that it's important to kind of just reflect on where we've been, where we've come, and where hopefully we're going. So I am recording this on the night of March 11th. 1 year ago, I had the TV on and I was just watching. As NBA after NBA game, or NHL game or after NHL game was completely canceled, or fans were just hustled out of stadiums right at the end, and it was crazy to see these pillars that almost like hold up our society just completely shut down. Soon after that, the next day on the Thursday the 12th, we got the call that CPS was probably going to be shutting down, and my school began little precautionary measures, but we were still fully in school, not wearing masks at all, which is just so crazy to think about now. Either that Thursday or that Friday, we got the call that baseball had been completely canceled, and that was sad enough. And then there were rumors going around on Friday that that was going to be the last day. So I tried to like pack everything up until on Friday the 13th, we were told that we were going to have one more day, that Monday, the 16th, to pick up everything. And then schools would just be closed for an indefinite amount of time. We all, of course, thought that this was just going to be a 2-week break. We were just going to be off and then it was going to be completely fine. I remember that Monday hugging people and joking, see you next fall, or to my friends that were seniors at the time, I'll have a good time in college. Yeah, that aged well. Just looking back on it now, like we didn't really take it seriously because we didn't think that one thing could just completely shut it all down. And then as the weeks kind of just stretched on and they just kept expanding it. First it was to the 31st, so then they could have spring break and then we'd come back after that. And then they extended it to April 30th, so then we would just come back until May. And then eventually, I believe it was in late April, we finally got the call that we just weren't going to be going back. Of course, right after school shut down, we didn't really have anything. We just didn't go to school. I used the time pretty well, I think. I played a lot of Pokemon Go. This is when I started making a YouTube video. I did a piano cover sometime in March, and I started planning eventually coming back to YouTube and making weekly videos like I've been doing since May 1st, 2020. This episode is special because it is the 25th episode of the Marshall Shocial Distancing. You may have noticed the tag at the end of videos or at the bottom right corner of certain thumbnails. And these were videos that I specifically marked off to show what my life was like in a pandemic. Hopefully in the future, it's not always going to be like this. Hopefully, at least some point when I'm in college, we're at least back to normal enough that we can call it normal. Hopefully, this is something that I'm able to not fully remember. I hope that as a society we're able to move on while still learning lessons. So that's why I've been making this video series. It's videos about what my life was in quarantine. Because, well, yes, I do hope that I am able to move on. I hope that we all are able to move on and have a better society for it. We should also remember what it was like so then we can learn from our mistakes and hopefully be better prepared in the future. And this is my small way of doing it. So when we finally got the call after spring break that we were going to be doing remote learning, it was kind of crazy to think about. We only went to school, I think, for 3 hours a day, from like 10 to 1. Classes were really easy. It was nice, I'm going to be honest. That was a good experience for remote learning, and it was a nice way to close out my junior year. I was taking mostly AP courses, and after AP courses, things really calmed down. I think a lot of my courses after APs, either we didn't meet or like we were giving like asynchronous work, which it was nice. It was really helpful to juggling my time. And I really, it was definitely a weird time in my life, but I'm glad that I was able to experience that. I spent most of the time outside of the city with my family, which really gave me a lot of time to work on a lot of things up there, which I loved. I got to go kayaking a lot more. I got to spend a lot more time in nature because when every other human can be dangerous to you because of COVID, it is always better to just go out and, if you can, go out and safely social distance when you're in nature. And then came my birthday. You all saw the vlog that I made of that. That was the first time that I'd really seen any friends since school. And it was nice, not because we thought that it was going to be close to the end, because by this point, everyone had started wearing masks, and, social distancing, and CPS had started making plans for remote learning the next year, and it was still nice to see people. Obviously, we remained socially distant, we remained outside, but that was the first time that I'd really seen friends since then. It was my 17th birthday, which I think is a big one, so it's just a nice little milestone in that point. Yeah, and then soon after APs, which taking them online was absolutely insane. One of the weirdest experiences of my life, but I got them all done. I did relatively well on them, which was nice. And yeah, and then we had summer. We didn't really have finals before then, which was amazing. I really liked that. But yeah, then we started our summer, and it has to be one of the weirdest summers I've ever had. Usually I try to spend most of my time during the summer outside, whether that be playing Pokemon Go, like taking pictures, or even if it's filming videos, because if anyone knows anything about Chicago, it's just not fun to be outside during the winter. So when it does get warm and bearable to be outside, I just try to make the most of it. Whether it's by playing sports or by playing Pokemon Go or just meeting up with friends and just enjoying this wonderful city, I definitely try to make the most of the warm weather. And I definitely still did do some of those things. I did play a lot of Pokemon Go. I didn't really do a lot of sports because that would have required meeting up with friends, but it was still nice, like trying to enjoy like our parks here and going to see the skyline. And I really just, I feel like I made the most of it. And then about halfway through the summer, my family went to Maine, which was amazing, and it was just a nice break. We were really safe about it, and that kind of goes back to like what I was saying earlier about like going to nature, because every other human can be kind of dangerous. It was beautiful there. I love Maine. It's one of my favorite places, if not my favorite place on earth. And I'm so glad that I was able to make it there. Yeah, and then we came back And after I'd quarantined from coming back there, we began practices for my school softball team because that was going to be one of the few sports that we were allowed to play. Um, Given that it wasn't an official sport. But no, that was nice. It was really cool to get back into that and to kind of do like some sort of sports while we were still remaining very socially distant. That was probably one of the first ways that I was able to see my friends when we were having like a pandemic. Um, there were a couple of other times when I did get to see friends in like a very socially distanced manner. Um, my school, like in the last couple days of summer or like the summer before your senior year, it's a tradition to go and see the sunrise over Lake Michigan because Lake Michigan is east of Chicago, and it was amazing. It's one of the few times that I've ever seen the sunrise over Lake Michigan, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. And I also went with friends to go see the sunset a couple times because seeing the sunset over the skyline was absolutely amazing, and I'm really glad that that happened. They were both really good memories. And then we started school back up again. It was full length this time, which was kind of weird doing it online. And for the first couple months, it was okay. It's definitely starting, if not completely annoying now. But it was schooling and something normal in a time when normalcy was hard to come by. So I'm definitely happy that we were able to do at least that. We continued to do softball, continued to do it like socially distanced, and we just started playing other teams, which was really nice. And eventually we won a city championship right at the beginning of October. That was amazing, and I'm so glad that I was able to do that. Then we went down to Florida, or my dad and I went down to Florida to surprise my grandmother for her birthday. Usually my entire family would have gone, but we didn't want to risk it. So we just went down there. We stayed 2 weeks down with her and my grandfather, which was absolutely amazing. I loved going there. We went to this place called Gatorland. I'll put the video up in the upper right-hand corner. And it's so cool just seeing what they're doing there. Just all the animals, and it was gorgeous. Once again, returning to nature and all that. And then for Halloween, my uncle and two of my cousins were able to come out, which was amazing. We've always wanted to have them out for Halloween, and this was just a perfect way for them to come out. We did do socially distanced trick-or-treating, which was really special for me because it's probably going to be the last year that I go trick-or-treating up and down this street, at least until after college. And yeah, that was simply amazing. And then as November came, my friends and I decided to do this thing where like every other week or something, we would go to a local park and just play like a small game of like football, obviously with like masks on. That was amazing. We still try to do it at least a couple of times a month, and it's just always really fun whenever I do it. We still try to do it a couple of times a month when the fields are not covered in 2 feet of snow, and it's just always a really nice way to meet up with my friends safely. Then December came, and we had a weird sort of like Christmas. It was nice just kind of doing something that felt normal, just like being with my family, just enjoying like a ton of food, and just kind of having that break from school was absolutely amazing. Then we had New Year's. I did a couple videos on that, just kind of reflecting on just how weird of a year it was. And we started getting whispers of the first COVID vaccine. And that definitely gave us a lot of hope for the future. And obviously for the first 2 weeks of the new year, I was able to go down with my family to Florida, which was amazing. We had a ton of fun. You can see some of those videos in some corner. Then going into January, we were told maybe that there was a chance that we were going back as other kids were starting to go back, which was amazing. I believe as of today, kindergarten or pre-K through 8th grade are currently in school, which is definitely a step in the right direction. They're looking at trying to get us back before the end of the year, and hopefully we do, just for even just like a little bit. It would be nice to just see people, but obviously, hopefully they are able to make it safe. Going into February, I missed Mardi Gras for the first time in 15 years, I think. It's definitely weird just kind of having that just gone. But hopefully we are able to return next year. It would be nice to go back when I'm 18, and just enjoy it while I can. Another thing that happened in February is we started sports again, and I was able to finally start bowling, which was awesome because now I'm varsity captain, and it's so cool to be able to do that. We've been doing pretty good. Our last games are either this weekend or Tuesday or something or other, and it's definitely a really nice way to close out my 4 years of bowling. Going into March, we've started training for baseball. I still meet up with my friends, whether it be just like throw a ball around or just kind of like enjoy beautiful scenery. I've been still playing a lot of Pokemon Go, and obviously I am still making YouTube videos. And that's pretty much what's happened in the past year. Hopefully I'm able to get my vaccine soon, and hopefully you are as well. And hopefully you are remaining safe. Whatever it is you're going through, I know that you're going to get through it, and I promise that the future has a lot to hold for you. Speaking of the future, let me outline kind of where we're going to go with this channel. I have one more Pokemon month video planned. I haven't decided if I'm going to do another video of Pokemon stuff after that. Maybe. Who knows? Beyond that, I think I may start doing college application videos. Those are videos that I've always wanted to make. I've been filming every college decision I've gotten, or at least like my reaction to it, trying to hopefully kind of make like a tangible video of that. As of now, I have no clue where I'm going to college, but hopefully I do know by May 1st. It'll be nice to see that when it happens, and obviously I will share that with you when that happens. Beyond that, obviously I want to start doing more DIYs, and the Pokemon videos have started to get a lot more popular. So I've been thinking about this, and I may do something where it's like 3 videos a month I get to choose, and like a 4th or at least just 1 video a month I do try and make of something Pokemon related, whether it's Pokemon Go or whether it's Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon cards or just something like that. I think that that would be a really fun thing to do. And you can let me know how you feel about that in the comments down below. Beyond that, I've got a lot of fun stuff planned for the 5th anniversary of this channel. Hopefully you guys like everything, and hopefully it's just something really interesting. Beyond that, I've got prom and graduation and all those other cool senior tradition events coming up soon. I may make videos on those, I may not, who knows, we'll see what happens. Beyond that, that's really it for now. If you want to see something on this channel, please let me know in the comments down below. Beyond that, stay safe, get vaccinated when you can, please wear a mask when you're in public, and just keep socially distanced, and exercise common sense. Don't forget to enjoy life and have a great day. I'll see you all next time.